Shit talk a bit. I think I can talk until the cows come home. No, it said Giant Killer is from 1726. 1726, they started this way. Giant Killer. Giant Killer is a military air traffic control call sign used within certain regions of the contingent United States. Still right here too, and it is a targeted individual, and they do use military air traffic. It is called today a drone. Now here they want to say, see, conners. You see that? Conners. The call sign is given to air traffic controllers to control patrols responsible for flight operation within restricted military airspace, reserved for combat training exercises. If you do not know that you are the prime target, then you are for training purposes, It's called target training. The call sign is commonly published in NOTAMs that designate restricted airspace reserved for military flight operations or combat exercises where normal airspace separation rules do not apply. Wow. Previous United States, again, it's in here all the time. To the United States of the call sign, no standard identification CIA method existed for civilian or military aircraft to communicate to the managing controller. So, if we are civilians, there's no way that we will be able to communicate to the managing controller, the one who is controlling the Giant Killer. What's our drones today? A notice to airmen. That's what this is. Notice to airmen, or NOTAM. Almost like Tim. Just in Tom, you see the vowels. Is a notice filed with an aviation authority to alert aircraft pilots of potential hazards along the flight. Okay. But yet, this word comes from a Giant Killer, which I found here in the Giants. They came and produced a mutant race of giants. The Pigman is a mutant race. Another mutant race, and they say produced. No, nigga, it would be multiplied into a mutant race, not produced. Another way, they use neurolinguistic programming. Note, Nephilim, translated giants in the Kingdom Version, is a Hebrew word that means fallen ones, and of a race of unknown origin. Oh, the race is known. They just want to tell you it's unknown because they want to keep all the secrets to themselves and teach you nothing. Oh, the sons of God were the descendants of Seth. The third son of Adam and Eve. They mated with the daughters of men. Cain. No, they did not. Wow. But why would this produce a race of giants, mighty men of renown, of legends? Some believe that the word believe, that the sons of God were fallen angels, demons, who mated with human women. So that means that when the pink man came down, he decided to mate with the melanated female. But the non-melanated men inhabit the earth first. It was the melanated man who came down, and this shit is still going on today because it is a fucking program. My son, he to me is a fallen angel. They say demons, but my son does not have any money. So he cannot be a demon. You can only be a demon if you have money. Like the money. But he has demon spirits though, because he has put his seed into a pink tick. And just they putting your seed in a fucking graveyard. I mean, who in the fuck would take their seed and plant it in a fucking graveyard? And I don't mean a literal graveyard. I mean a graveyard where nothing can grow. You know? That's why his children come out damn half retarded. The Son of God were aliens, extraterrestrials, who came from another planet and mated with human woman. You see how many times they tell you that? That puts you on the neuro-linguistic programming too, especially if they say it 3 times. And they did. They mated with the daughters who mated with human women, planet and mated with human women 3 times. Now, you are under neuro-linguistic programming, a form of hypnotism, but they cannot fool me. So you will go and you will get this information as though it's true. Now, I am going to present a new theory that this person believes, see, the word believe again, could be true, and solve the mystery of Genesis 4 and 6, the sons of God, part 1. We read in Revelation 12:7 that Satan, which is a satellite, and his demons, those with money who, have the patents for the satellite, wage war in heaven and lust. So they're trying to, heaven is in your mind. So they're trying to wage war in my heaven, and they're losing. They only can win a physical battle. The evil ones and his fallen angels were cast to earth as the Nephilims, the race of watchers, because of the satellite, and they probably witnessed the creation of mankind. You see that? They probably witnessed the creation of mankind. If you're going to tell me that the Nephilims are pink, then they are mankind. You see, this is why, now let's say that at the same time, targeting an individual, which is me, and here's Uncle Sam, you see? Uncle Sam, of the creation, the targeted individual of mankind on earth. There was a wicked and evil civilization. Wicked and evil civilization, you cannot take wicked and evil and put that to civilization, because they're not civil. And they were where? On Mars. A war broke out, and then a comet or asteroid smashed into Mars and destroyed all life on the red planet. See, I'm just not reading this today, but I've been on this shit. And when the pink man, when he got to Earth, it was really just him here. There were no melanated people here, and we didn't even come to play anymore. We came because with Inky had a couple of his non-melanated children who actually really were with him, And when Inky was beamed up, they were beamed up also. And I think he had maybe 3 of his non-melanated children with him. They were beamed up too. So when they get there, they go back to Palladius, and Anu does not want them there. This is in the movie. Anu does not want them there. And they get back to Palladius, and they're okay for, like the galaxies can go on for 1,000 years, and maybe for us it will be one day, you see. So they were okay for long, thousands and thousands of years. And it's not like they grow old or anything like that, but they get old. I say they grow old, but they don't get old. And damn, I forgot where I was at. Okay, my Abba had to remind me. So they are now on the planet, and they are doing okay. Like I said, 1,000 years could be one day to Earth, and they decide there is gold, a lot of gold. But the gold is not used for purposes that it is used here on this earth. In the movie, it's a movie, as I say. The streets are made with gold. Some of the furniture is made with gold. Some of the buildings, this is what they use the gold for, and there's a lot of it. So Inky's children that he brought with him, now they have children too. But they all had a plan. They had a plan for a long time. They had a plan. And in the movie, as they say, it is a movie. So don't say, oh, that cannot happen for real. Because it's only a movie. So in the movie, they have these ships, and they have planned this shit. So they are taking the gold and putting the gold in these ships, and they have to have like this green slime on them, which in the movie is an emerald. It's emeralds, like the emeralds you get. It's not hard, and they have to put that on them, the pink ones, so that they can get to the zenith and then to the apex. They have all the gold, they put it there, and they come here upon the earth, and they hide it. And when they say they had a ship, don't think your mind and take a very, very small ship. But these were big ships. Even today, I feel late, but I do not know that there is a ship in Michigan, but I know for a fact there is a ship in Florida. I know there is. Just don't know where. If I do research, I'll find out. That's where NASA comes from too. So it may be somewhere around there. So they get the gold and shit and bring it down here. As I say, these stories are just sound like fairy tales, just like the Pink Man's. I just rather go for my own. And when they come down here with the gold and it's found out, oh, now Inky is in trouble again. Wow. But now Anu is also in trouble because Anu is the one who went to the other Nineheads to beam Inky up. Although they only meant to beam Inky up. But yet the others came with them. I think there were like 8 people with them. Inky made 9. I'm not for sure. I don't remember. And I haven't not seen the movie in a long time. So I don't remember how many came with them. But I think 3 were melanated. And I think it was 5 or not. But I don't remember anyway. So now, once it is found that this gold is upon the earth, right? So somehow, like the dream goes into the future, to see what confusion this gold would bring about. So now the Nineheads, which is actually more than 9 heads, they get together in the galaxy, and now they must come down to get the gold. And that's why Anu and them came down to get the gold, to take it back, so that the gold would not make confusion upon the earth. In the places that they hid the gold, when the people begin to go look for the gold, they had to go like down into the mines to get it. Isn't that awesome? So now that Inky and Inu and Entu and the rest are here, however, Pandora, she did not come. Pandora, at the time, she didn't want to have anything to do with anyone. If you did not live on Jupiter, she did not want to have anything to do with you. This is in the movie. Even if you were on Jupiter and you visit other planets, she would not have anything to do with you. She was more so isolated. And she isolated herself, her and her children, because she had to stand up for her bright-skinned children. To live on that dark planet. Yeah, and it goes to show I was gone. So now they come down here, and this is when they get into the lie and say that the Anunnaki, they made mankind maybe to work in the mine and get it. No, but they did make them pink motherfuckers go wherever the fuck they put that goddamn go to get it. They took back as much as they could. But then things begin to happen. Those that came down with Inky, with Anu and them, they begin to have sex with the pink woman. Yeah. The movies I see are different. Although some of the movies I see here on Earth are similar, but the movies I see are different. Now, just before Comet Impact, on Mars, I know this happened. I saw a movie about it. Not here on Earth, though. Happened, or nuclear weapons were launched. They had to use lasers. That was on, the moon, too. A group of alien Martians, see, they are Martians, hierarchy escaped in a spacecraft. Why? I just read this. I did not read it before. I just found it and I kept it to, to read, like live. I did not know any of this was in here. Escaped in a spacecraft. They could have visited Earth in the past and knew that they could support life. They knew that. So a large spaceship of a technology far more advanced than what we know on Earth as of 2005 AD heads toward Earth as the Martian apocalypse occurs. And someone is woke, so if the adjustment real, don't fuck with me. I shall return tomorrow. Label, se toca out.